things that I've already mentioned before a little bit would be our end of line, our end of command. So let me just really quickly make a variable here. We'll call it LED equals 13. You'll notice that I'm always typing these semicolons, and this is an end of command. It's telling it, I want you to do this. Now you're done. Now you can move on. You can do something else. And I just want to talk about this briefly. You always put a semicolon after any single command that you want to give. I want to make a variable, boom, do this. If I want to add two things together, I'll tell it to add two things together and I'll put a semicolon. You're done, you can move on. There are very few times we do not use semicolons. And you'll notice already that there are things that we've seen that do not have semicolons. And the rule that I like to use, and off the top of my head, I can't think of any time this really wouldn't happen, especially with what we're getting into. So it's a good thing to probably use for now, would be the only time you do not use a semicolon, you do not want to end a command, is before a scope opens up. So here I have a scope open up after void setup. This is my void setup scope. If I put a semicolon here, what it's going to do is it's going to say, hey, there's going to be a void setup here and you're done. It's going to skip this whole thing. It's not going to do it right because instead of saying, hey, there's going to be a void setup scope and kind of, it's like, okay, so what is it, what is it, what is it? You just said there's going to be a void setup scope and no, not happening.